The year was 2025, the world held its breath. After centuries of speculation, it was finally happening. First contact. Inside Mission Control, tension crackled like static electricity. Scientists in white coats adjusted headsets and whispered into microphones. Generals in crisp uniforms nervously tapped their feet. Politicians, sweating under the television lights, practiced their speeches of universal peace and goodwill. Years of preparation had led to this moment. The moment humanity joined the galactic community. What would the aliens be like? Would they be friendly? The answer, as it turned out, was a resounding sort of and kind of. The alien spaceship, a rather battered-looking flying saucer with mismatched taillights, hovered awkwardly above the landing pad. A ramp extended with a loud clang, and out walked, well, not quite what anyone had expected. They were short and purple, with more eyes than seemed strictly necessary. One was wearing a bathrobe. Another sported fuzzy bunny slippers. The leader, if you could call them that, had a bright green antenna sticking out of their head at a rakish angle. They were holding a half-eaten cosmic donut, and seemed more concerned with licking the sprinkles off their fingers than greeting the assembled dignitaries. This was not how anyone had pictured first contact.
Greetings, Earthlings, we come in peace and also for snacks. We heard you had good snacks.
Before anyone could even formulate a response, a nervous intern tripped over a stray cable, sending a cascade of coffee onto the main control panel. Sparks flew, alarms blared, and the translator circuit blew a fuse, rendering the alien's next statement, something about intergalactic parking tickets, into a series of high-pitched squeaks and honks. Communication, it turned out, was more difficult than expected. The universal translator, cobbled together with duct tape and hope, could barely handle ordering takeout, let alone deciphering interstellar diplomacy. The scientists tried everything: mathematical formulas, interpretive dance, even playing recordings of whale songs. The aliens, meanwhile, seemed more interested in the vending machine in the corner. Finally, one brave scientist offered the alien leader a bag of cheese puffs. The effect was immediate. The aliens' eyes, all 12 of them, lit up. They let out a delighted chirp and devoured the entire bag in one gulp.
These are delightful. What are they called?
We call them cheese puffs.
Thus began a cultural exchange built not on treaties and diplomacy, but on shared snacks and awkward laughter. The aliens, it turned out, were surprisingly fond of Doritos and had an unquenchable thirst for Tang. Who knew that the key to intergalactic peace was a well-stocked pantry? As the day wore on, the initial tension gave way to a kind of bewildered camaraderie. The scientists taught the aliens how to play air hockey. They cheated, of course, using their telekinetic abilities. The politicians, after several highly confusing rounds of charades, realized the aliens were more interested in trading recipes for interdimensional cookies than discussing trade agreements. The highlight of the day, however, came when someone put on music. 1 minute everyone was awkwardly shuffling around, trying to bridge the language barrier with hand gestures. The next they were all, humans and aliens alike, doing the electric slide. It was a sight to behold, a testament to the unifying power of bad dance moves and questionable life choices.
Thank you for the hospitality, Earthlings, and the snacks. But before we leave, can you tell us where to find the nearest Taco Bell? We heard they have excellent burritos.
With that, the spaceship blasted off, leaving behind a bewildered but strangely optimistic group of humans. First contact had been a disaster, a hilarious, messy, snack-filled disaster, and somehow it was perfect.